Well, the maiden voyage in the 6x12 cargo trailer was a success. The bike didn't fall over. It was a rather big ordeal. 115 miles from our home in Weaverville out here to our property where our future home will be. We left there at 3:30 and it's a little after 8. Before we went out to Custer, South Dakota, I purchased this 6x12 dual axle trailer, and I'm trying to get it set up for hauling 2 bikes, and come to the realization that that Africa Twin is a very large motorcycle compared to say the V-Strom and other motorcycles. But Dry Dave's coming over in a few minutes, and we're going to stick his GS 1200 1250 over here on the right side, figure out where I need to place those wheel chocks, and just work on the spacing. It's going to be a trailer load of motorcycle whenever I do get this finished. Six by 12 dual axle trailer. Everything's 16-inch on center. Whenever I purchased the trailer, I got to thinking about an open trailer, and got to thinking about hauling motorcycle any great distance, and come to the realization that the Africa Twin was $15,000-$16,000 new. I buy a Concourse, those are $10,000 motorcycles if I buy used, and you think about that and put it in that kind of perspective. I really didn't want to have an open trailer going down the road. So I wanted something with a little more protection, a little bit out of sight, out of mind. So I went with a covered trailer, spent a little more money, wanted one where everything was 16-inch on center. Just a little bit more protection for the cargo that I'm carrying. Hey guys, been working on this video since August. It was supposed to start out as a video of me building out a cargo trailer. Some of you may know, but I have very bad shoulders from some military injuries many years ago, and I've since had multiple surgeries on my shoulders. And because of those surgeries, I've determined that I'm not that long distance rider. I'd like to try it, but each time I do, it seems like the pain just gets a little bit too much in my shoulders. So I decided a couple of years ago that if I'm going to do these long distance trips, i.e. go farther away from home, that I was going to purchase a trailer. And that's what I did. In August of this year, I purchased a cargo trailer. I'll show you a couple of pictures in here. And then I proceeded to video building it out, from painting the interior to putting a wheel chock in it. And then since I put E-tracks on the wall and in the floor. And I just spent a little bit of time, deciding on how I wanted to kit out this trailer. And, it worked out well. Now, unfortunately, with that video media and most of the Custer, South Dakota media that I deleted, don't know how, but I've deleted it off the SD cards, and I was confident that I'd put it on a external hard drive. Here nor there, it's all gone. I was unable to finish this video. It wasn't going to be nothing grand, just how I wanted to build out a trailer and what it looked like in the finish. Well, fast forward, we trailered our bike up to Minnesota, then out to Custer, South Dakota. Met up with a great group of people out there, made some friends, made some new friends. Had a wonderful trip. I took the wife with me. We took our dog Woodrow. Captain Woodrow was the hit of the trip, if you will. Couldn't believe how behaved he was. But a byproduct of this trailer is something that I'm this video is about. If you'll look over here beside me, you'll see that there's a red Kawasaki Concourse sitting there. That is a byproduct of this trip to Custer, South Dakota. For many years, me and the wife, we traveled and we rode motorcycles. We rode the Harley-Davidson Road King Special, and we done a plethora of trips, all the way down to South Florida, all the way up into West Virginia. Many trips together, and thoroughly enjoyed traveling together by motorcycle. Well, with her health issues, she decided several years ago, hey, I'm done with motorcycles. And as a result, I sold the Road King and I went back to adventure bikes. And that's where I thought it was going to end. Me riding adventure bikes, and whenever I could, I would take her with me. And it just happened to work out when I went to South Dakota to meet up with some people. We all stayed at a campground, and we wagon wheeled trip from there, which I intended to do with the trailer to begin with. Took her with me, and her and one of the other wives, they followed us in a pickup truck. Even took Captain Woodrow with them. And sometime during that day, she told a good friend of mine that she would like to get back on a motorcycle. And I'd been telling that same friend, man, I wish Kay would ride with me again. Man, I wish she would do this with me. So we could, so I didn't feel like I was leaving her out on all these motorcycle adventures. Well, later in the week, I'm riding with Patrick, Moto Ramblings, and he tells me, he says, and I'm telling him, man, I wish Kay would ride with me. Man, I wish Kay would ride with me. And he says, well, she told me she wants to ride again. So the byproduct of this trailer is this Kawasaki Concourse, the bike she chose, the bike that she says she wants to ride on the back of, and she wants to now do some smaller trips, and she wants to use the trailer, travel to a destination, and do wagon wheel trips from there. So that's the byproduct of buying a trailer. So I'll take that any day of the week. But most importantly, that byproduct means that my wife is going to be traveling with me more and more, which hopefully I can get her in the videos with me as well. But it's incredible how a trailer led to her riding with me again. She had some repairs and surgeries done, which makes it a little more enjoyable for her to ride a motorcycle with me. But hey, a win is a win. And got a beautiful motorcycle sitting there. Still got the Africa Twin, that's not going anywhere. I got it still in the trailer. My little moto shop out here has gotten real small with 2 large motorcycles in it, but man, I'm thankful that I bought a trailer. The build wasn't much, painted it, put down some E-track, but maybe you'll see what I didn't delete that was still on my phone. You might be able to see it in this video. But yep, I'm one of the trailer queens now, and that's okay, because the wife's going to go with me. And that means everything to me. So if you can, get out there and ride. And when you do ride a thin line road. It's where you're going to find me. And hopefully Kay. All right, so after deleting the SD cards from the trailer build, and after going to Custer, South Dakota, well, we went to Minnesota, went to Custer, South Dakota, started this video back in August when I purchased the trailer and started kitting out the inside. Since then, of course, we purchased another motorcycle, and today Chris come by and we put both the bikes in there just to see how much room I have left, which, have a little room in the back, have a little room up there in front of the concourse, but not a lot of room. So if I had to do it all over again, probably would have went with the 7-foot wide and would have went with a 14-foot trailer. But here's how we've got it kitted out. We've got a little more E-track available. I'm not certain how I'm going to do that. May put some up high so I can hold anything I want to haul in here vertically. But you know, once I get everything set up as far as rallies and, you know, adventure rallies, Waylon Wayne, Chili Willy, March Moto Madness, etc., probably be one, maybe two bikes, but they're going to be, you know, adventure bikes or dual sports. But with these two bikes, we have a trailer full. Would you not agree?
Yeah, it's good. Looks good.
We have a trailer full. The concourse measurements on it.
Woohoo!
I'd like to say that this video idea wasn't solely my own. Yesterday evening, Patrick came over, Moto Ramblings. He purchased a new motorcycle, and we put some accessories on the motorcycle yesterday evening. You'll have to go to his channel, check out what he bought, and he'll probably eventually post some pictures and some video. I even got some of the stuff left over here on the bench that he wasn't able to take home with him. But irregardless, Patrick helped me out with this idea because I shared with him and showed him that, you know, I was still jonesing that I had a video that was 55-60% complete, and I deleted the rest of the media. And he said, "Whoa, I got an idea for you." So, yeah, Moto Rambling's idea. Maybe I'm not creative enough to come up with these ideas on my own, but thanks, Moto Ramblings.